I'm Steve Jones, and I moved to Gulf Shores in 1991 as a hotelier. The 3 days after I moved to the Gulf Coast area, I went by the Chamber of Commerce as a new person in town to ask if they needed any assistance with any volunteerism, that I was new to the community. So they called me back after about 3 days, and I became a board member of the Chamber shortly thereafter, and 3 years thereafter I was the chairman of that board of directors. How I became involved with Design, Print, Promote was that I had known Tara and Braswell McMeans from previous community involvement. Braswell wanted to get involved on a higher level with what was happening down there, and I was able to put him in touch with a couple of the committee chairs, and that relationship grew. So Design, Print, Promote came about later. I wasn't aware of that business that they had begun, but as I began to try to grow a photography business that I'm beginning, what they had to offer as a company became something I was very interested in trying to work with. There are a lot of companies that do what my Design, Print, Promote does, but they are online businesses. You never come face to face with the people you want to purchase those services or products from. And if you could do the same thing locally with people that you know that would provide a higher level of service and understand more what you wanted, why would you not choose to work with people that were in your community? Quality is probably the most important thing that I think most business owners that want to promote their business are. Most advertising now and most presentations are very high tech, and if you're going to present yourself, you want to do it in the best light possible. Again, you can work with a lot of companies, but someone that's on the ground, someone that's local, that you understand, even if the pricing is not that competitive or if it's greater than what you might get online, what you're going to get and the quality of the product you're going to get through working with those personal relationships is much better. A good friend of mine used to say, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. And every now and then that may be true. Saving $1 here and there is not worth what the quality of your presentation means when you're trying to put yourself out there in the best light possible. I would recommend Design, Print, Promote to anyone else in this community or elsewhere for that matter because of the relationship that I have with the owners of the company. The quality is great, the products are great, and if I have a question about something, I can get that question answered immediately. I also understand that the passion that Tara and Braswell have for the community and for their company is something that I have. It's a personal relationship that we have. They do a lot in my community. We work on a lot of committees together, and I understand that they are passionate about what they do and they care about the place that they live and they want to return. Successful business people understand that it's extremely important to give back to the community where you're trying to live and work and establish a business. And for that reason alone, I would work with them over anyone else. The biggest advantage to work with people that are already in your community is that you run into them places outside of a business environment. When I was managing a hotel, we would order materials from people out of town, and you'd finish a project, get a product in, and later on realize that there was more I could have done with this, but you didn't have that interaction with a person. No salesman showed up at your door. You were a voice on the phone. With people working with people locally like Tara and Braswell, you'll run into them at events. I've run into them at the store, and you'll be able to think of things that you weren't able to think of in one of those first meetings. And by that involvement, you discuss things that you wouldn't discuss with somebody out of market. So your product gets better because you bounce ideas off each other locally. That doesn't happen with someone out of town.